cheers and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page for Thursday, the 17th of November. I am Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Trinbago Red Force into Super 50 finals, and in our feature for this evening, who is the best? CBS. We'll take this break and I'll be right back.
My family first came to the Caribbean in the 60s. My parents did, originally from Quakertown, Pennsylvania. They traveled through the Caribbean, St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. Kitts, Barbados, and eventually they settled on Nevis. They found this old property just by falling in love with it, purchased it the same day that they found it, and fixed it up as a project, as a hobby, and turned it into our home. Eventually, it slowly became our business. My father says we had so many friends and family coming to visit, he decided he would start charging them. Once he made them pay, well, then it was a game on. So we opened our doors as a hotel and restaurant. Well, we started out as a very small family business with just 4 rooms, working with the people in the village. And it grew over time. Now we have 13 rooms, we've built villas, we have a successful restaurant, and other enterprises that have all just fallen into place because we are part of the community, because the village has welcomed us. It made it a very easy, organic process for us, growing from something simple and small to what we have now. One of the deciding factors that convinced my father that he would settle on Nevis. One day he came over on a business trip. He had rented a vehicle. As he was driving along, he got a flat tire. Then an old woman came out of the house he had stopped in front of and said, "No, sir, no, please don't." And he didn't quite understand what she was talking about. She disappeared. He proceeded to change his tire. When she came back, she was surrounded by her grandchildren that she'd called from the village, and they had come to help and assist in getting the vehicle back on the road. She was so upset that he had changed the tire himself and had dirtied his hands that she brought out a basin of water and a starched linen towel and a bar of soap that was wrapped in the original package that had been sent to her from England. She allowed him to open up this soap and use her pressed linen napkin to wash his hands. This simple gesture of hospitality, of authentic welcome and caring, was something that he had never seen in other islands in the Caribbean, and it resonated with him. And that's what drew him into the village, and that's largely the experience that I've always felt growing up here. It's the lifestyle that I've been very fortunate to be able to develop here. We are in a fresh, natural environment. We breathe fresh air. We eat fresh fruit. We are free from mass media saturation. We're able to hear the birds. We're able to sit and listen, to speak with each other as people should. It's a gentle environment that I would not give up.
Well, I'm back and we start with swimming. The SKN swim team placed 5th in their first time participating in the OACS Swimming Championship in St. Lucia over the last weekend. Skylar Connor, 7th place in all 3 of her races. Austin Williams, 10th place in all 3 of his races. Justin Williams, 11th place in all 3 of his races. All of the children have now personal best times, huge improvement over their entry times. Jennifer Harden Marlin swam in the 18 and over category for St. Kitts and Nevis and secured 4 silver medals and 2 bronze medals. Overall placements: Antigua 1st place, St. Lucia 2nd place, Grenada 3rd place, St. Vincent and the Grenadines 4th, St. Kitts and Nevis 5th, and St. Martin 6th. Now to cricket. The first semi-final encounter in the exciting Super 50 Cup Series hosted by the West Indies Cricket Board was played on Wednesday the 16th November. Trinbago Red Force faced off with Barbados Pride. The Trinbago team was rocked back very early to be reduced to 2 runs for 2 wickets. However, skipper Nicholas Pooran played a domineering hand to slam a century and take his side to a competitive total. He was ably assisted by Amir Django, Darren Bravo and Akil Hussain. When the Bajans batted, they looked totally out of the game at 145 for 6. Enter Russian Primus, and he blasted 130 from just 80 balls. It came down to 17 runs required from the final over, bowled by Shannon Gabriel. First ball was dispatched by Primus for 4. However, Gabriel proceeded to bowl all Yorkers for the remainder of the over. Primus could not free his hand and must have shed a tear at the end, as his efforts eventually went in vain, and the Trinbago team secured a berth in the finals slated for this coming Saturday. Summary scores: Trinbago 312 for 6 in 50 overs, Nicholas Buran 111, Amir Django 81, Diane Bravo 54, Akil Hussein 42. Sharma Springer 4 for 44, Akeem Jordan 2 for 31. Barbados 302 for 8 from 50, Russian Primus 130 not out, Jonathan Carter 45, Shannon Gabriel 4 for 43, Trinbago won by 10 runs. The next semi-final encounter, well, it should be on even as we speak, should have started at 2 p.m., Guyana taking on Jamaica. We'll take this break and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
My name is Quincy Batt. I am the Plant Health and Plant Quarantine Officer. I would just like to notify farmers and backyard farmers that we here at the Department of Agriculture identify a new type of pest that is prevalent in the Malvaceae family. When we're talking about Malvaceae family, we're talking about okra, sorrel, cotton, and also some of the Solanaceae families such as eggplant, sweet pepper. This pest we found to be a leaf hopper. The leaf hopper is a small pest and it's a sucking insect. This sucking insect serves as a vector for a virus that affects these host plants. So the pest, it's green, pale green, and it has flying capabilities, and it's very, very prolific. Signs and symptoms of the pest is that it sucks the plant and transmits a disease, and this disease you can see crinkling of the leaves, yellow lesions of the leaves, and necrotic lesions, and it affects the yield significantly. So once you see that in your okras, your sorrel, eggplants, give us a call and we're able to give you guidance on how to control this pest. Thank you.
Well, I'm back, and tonight we feature football. It is my stated opinion that had the football fans at Wednesday night's grand finals in the primary schools football tournament been asked to pay $20 per person after the fact for the treat that was given to them by the young footballers at Nevis, absolutely no one would have hesitated. Such was the level of intensity and skill demonstrated by the youngsters in the 2 games played. The bumper crowd at the Eatery Park almost replicated what is normally seen at the inter-primary school mini-Olympic event. First up was the matchup to determine third placers between the St. Thomas's Primary School and the Joycelyn Liebert Primary School. The Joycelyn Liebert Primary School commenced the game in scintillating fashion, hitting the back of the net twice within the first 10 minutes of the game. However, the second half belonged to the St. Thomas's Primary School, as they not only equalized, but put in a telling third goal to put the matter beyond doubt. The St. Thomas's Primary School therefore securing third place honors. Player of the match, Teshawn Bolus of the St. Thomas's Primary. By the time the second game, which was the grand finale between the Charlestown Primary School and the St. James's Primary School, commenced, the ETW was a sea of colors. The support for both teams was vociferous. Charlestown Primary struck the back of the net first and their support crew went wild. Then the St. James's Primary equalized just moments to halftime and their support crew was equally frenetic. An error by the goalkeeper, that's the St. James's goalkeeper, saw the Charlestown Primary getting a free kick from close range, and this was promptly dispatched, bombed home by Kashim Taylor. The minutes were ticking away, but then a sizzler from Justin Williams from long range was headed straight to the goal when one of the Charlestown defenders tried to head it out, and it inadvertently slammed into the back of the net. The score 2-2 at regulation time. The officials then declared that the match would be determined on penalty kicks. Charlestown Primary won with a scoreline of 4-3 for St. James's, and then the celebrations began. Charlestown Primary had secured championship honors for 2022. Charlestown's goalie, who had been superlative throughout the game, Nicholas Hero, was adjudged the game's MVP. A brief presentation ceremony was held immediately after the final game, ably chaired by Senior Sports Officer Carl Tuckett. Officials assisting with the presentations were the Honorable Eric Evelyn, Honorable Troy Liebert, Permanent Secretary Kevin Barrett, the PEO Zanel Claxton, and patron of the tournament Andre Brown. The following awards were made: Best Female Footballer Tija Mills of St. James's Primary, with special mention of Destiny Hussein of the Nevis Academy. Best Young and Upcoming Footballer Aiden Williams of the Charlestown Primary. Fair Play Award Montessori Academy. Best Goalkeeper Nicholas Hero of Charlestown Primary. Best Defender Teshawn Bolas of St. Thomas's Primary. Most goals for the tournament with 8, Kashim Taylor of Charlestown Primary. The MVP of the tournament, Kashim Taylor of the Charlestown Primary. Third place, St. Thomas's Primary. Second place, St. James's Primary. And the 2022 champions, Charlestown Primary. Well, we go now to the E.T. Willett Park and we pick up some of the action in the Charlestown Primary match versus St. James's Primary. It's like in the camp, coach, you're a little nervous?
No, I'm not nervous.
Not nervous. You think you could pull this one off?
Confidently, yes.
Guys, you think you all could pull this one off?
Dominate them.
Dominate them. Dominate is the word. Okay, all the best, guys.
No pressure, no pressure.
No pressure. Okay. Up this one?
Of course, without a doubt.
No pressure?
No pressure.
All right, cool.
Into the middle, along with the Culturama Queen, have this trophy in her hands, and she look beautiful. She looking so lovely. And so we're waiting on the DJ, and so we can start this big one here.
So the teams come out, led by the Culturama Queen, Miss Newton. The trophy has been placed in the middle. It's the big game, folks. It's Charlestown Primary. Both teams saying no pressure. Both teams saying no pressure, absolutely no pressure. So let's see what's going to happen here tonight.
All right, those of you who are seated, could you please stand for the national anthem?
So we're going to have the national anthem of St. Kitts and Nevis. So the crowd has certainly built up tremendously.
And number 5, Emmanuel Udisoma. Number 10, Niger Springate. Well, it's showtime.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm seeing correctly, but I get the distinct impression that it's an
Wilkinson.
Shonda Wilkinson is the referee, and we have all female assistants.
Tyra Wilkinson. And the other, our own, very own, Yolinda Warner.
So Shonda Wilkinson, I think she's from St. Kitts, and she's officiating this one.
It's orange versus the red.
So just to give you a little history, we are off and running right away. Just to give you a little history here, I could tell you that one of the Taylor brothers already peeling off a right booter here. He's still going through, still rushing through. St. James is trying to clear the danger. Now St. James has cleared the danger for the moment. Taken off him now by the little man for, can he keep it in? He can't. So that looks like one of the Williams brothers. So let's tell you a little bit about this. Charlestown Primary, they have the Taylor twins, and they have been dominating all season. St. James's Primary, they have the Williams brothers, Austin and Justin, who just went off to a big swimming competition in St. Lucia, and the game was postponed just for their return as they were on national duty. And so they're back. So it's the twins versus the brothers basically, but both teams have great players nonetheless. Here's another one of the run-throughs by one of the Taylors. It's still in that danger area. St. James's clears it just for the moment. St. James's still trying to clear that danger area. One of the Taylors again applying some pressure, taking off him now, trying to shake one. He shakes him just for the moment. Looks like one of the Williams brothers up top there, but he stopped for the moment. Now he's taken away by Charlestown Primary. William, driving straight through, but the goalkeeper gets a little marble and just holds on to it. So here goes. He's one of the, if not the top goalkeeper for the season, but I think he'll be tested tonight. And the ball has been knocked out of touch by the Charlestown defender. Yeah. So Charlestown Primary with the throwing. There's the throwing. A little bit of a head. St. James's Primary trying to go through. St. James's Primary. Now Charlestown Primary on the ball. Nice touch there by Charlestown Primary. And the ball has been kicked clean out. So, crowd thick, fast and thick here. It's a nice look. I told you we're going to have a big crowd here tonight. So it's going to be a throw-in or a kick. It's going to be a free kick. Charlestown Primary with a possibility here because this is from pretty close range and Taylor has a strong right boot. I know it's going to head to the goal, but will it be stopped? That's the question. This is interesting. This is pressure here for St. James's. Here goes the kick. It's a good kick. It's a tremendous kick. And it has been defended. It has been defended. Pretty well defended. St. James's, the support crew are happy because that was brilliant. There's a throwing. Knocked back by Charlestown Primary. Charlestown Primary with the ball. And it seems as if there was a touch by the St. James's player. So it's going to be a free kick for Charlestown Primary once more. Throwing.
Assistants here for the officials here tonight. Too many court officials.
So it's going to be a throwing now. So there's a throwing. Need by the young lady for St. James's. Now Charlestown Primary was just about applying some pressure, but it was knocked out by the St. James's defender. So it's going to be a throw-in from closer range now. So getting a little closer. So here's going to be the throw-in. Here is the throw-in. Good, strong throw-in, headed. St. James is under pressure. St. James is under serious pressure. The goalkeeper isn't moving. Well, I thought the goalkeeper would have gone towards the ball, and the ball goes out of touch. Goalkeeper just stood there and was just waiting. It's going to be a throw-in now. And here's Charlestown Primary. No, taken off him. St. James's Primary clears the danger just for the moment. Here's a possible run through. It's stopped very nicely there by Right, and the missed kick there by St. James's drives it forward now. Anybody at the top, the goalkeeper, he's pretty aggressive, he's proactive, he comes out. That's the difference between the two goalies. This one moves out quickly, the other one waits. And I think that might be the difference between the two teams tonight, because it looks as if Taylor is open. And it goes away from the goal. Pressure applied there by Taylor. Left booter, maybe he should have waited just a little longer. Went away from the goal. So it's going to be a corner kick. So it's going to be a corner kick. A little bit of pushing here between the players. Gone in. Charlestown Primary has scored. Charlestown Primary has scored. I think he was touched in by the little man. The little man, he is a little man. It was there, but oh, look at him, look at him, look at him, look at the style here. Number 6 has scored. Let's have a look at this serious crowd. This serious crowd. Look at those faces. It's all intensity. It's as intense as you can get here. It's a huge crowd. Maybe free kick for Charlestown Primary. Here goes. Drives into it. That's a good call. That's a good call. That's a good call. Where's the goalkeeper? So the goalkeeper has saved the day. Goalkeeper has saved the day. So good save that by the goalie. I've been pretty critical of him, but on that occasion I think he put his life on the limb. Here's the drive, goal kick. Waiting too long, I thought. Waiting. Here's a little clearance. No, driven back by Charlestown Primary. Pressure. Good kick that by the St. James's Primary player. The ball goes out of touch. Here's a throw-in. Here's moving now. Here's a chance for Charlestown Primary. Oh my goodness. Almost an own goal. What was the St. James's player thinking there? He was driving it towards his own goal and almost beat his own goalkeeper. My goodness. What was he thinking? Well. Well, St. James is with a free kick now. Gone in. It could be an own goal. Well. I think it came off the head of the Charlestown defender, but it was a tremendous kick. What a goal. But the danger may have been cleared. Good boot out there by one of the Williams boys. Charlestown Primary with a little bit of a head. And yeah, he drives, hits him, knocks him down. He hit that hard. He was trying to get in the way to stop it, and he was knocked flat. And I guess he's down for the concussion count. Well. Quickly out there is the medic. And is he being taken off? He got in the way. He really was trying to save that. He got in the way. and he was knocked flat. He's been taken out of the game for the moment.
This primary school football championship.
A goal kick for Charleston Primary. Kicks it forward now. Under pressure there is St. James is trying to apply some pressure at the top. St. James is with some pressure at the top. St. James is with some pressure at the top. The goalkeeper saves it. Brilliant save. Brilliant save by the goalkeeper. That's why I think he's the top goalkeeper for the season. Well, well, well. That was on target. The goalkeeper certainly did well. Again, applying more pressure. The goalkeeper under more pressure here. This time it's a marble. And he holds on to it. So here goes now. St. James is applying some serious pressure here. Now Charleston will try to apply some pressure too, but St. James is still with the touch. Charleston Primary knocks it out. So it's going to be a free kick for the St. James's Primary team. But this is from long range. It's from long range. So let's see what happens here. He drives. It's on target. Oh, the goalkeeper stopped it. Well, well, well. Another bit of pressure moment there for Charleston Primary. He saved it again. I think if my goodness, the goalkeeper has saved the day for Charleston Primary. But more pressure being applied here by St. James's. They've been really intense at this second half. And stopped by Charleston Primary, but more pressure being applied by St. James's Primary. But the goalkeeper, you must say, he has saved the day so far. Made some brilliant saves. Now, you wonder how this game is going to end. The script has been written, but we don't know. It's like you have a book and you could go to the end of the book and you can see, did the hero die or did the hero get married? But in this case, you don't have a clue how this one is going to end. This is a strong kick. Good response there. The little man, look at the little man, gets a touch. The little man goes through his legs. The little man is number 8. I thought it was number 6, but he's number 8. He scored already. Nice touch it was too. It's going to be a throw-in. Here's a throw-in. Looks for his brother, but that's a wrong pass because immediately they were applying pressure there. St. James's knocks it forward. He's going to try to turn. He defends stoutly there, Charlestown. Knocks it back once more. He misses the kick, but good response there by Charlestown. Missed there. Under pressure, where's the goalkeeper? He grabs onto it. Charlestown Primary thought they were in for something on this. What is this goalkeeper doing? It might be a penalty. Is it a penalty? What is the call? I think it's going to be a penalty. I think it's going to be a penalty. So Charlestown Primary with a penalty. The goalkeeper dropped the ball, and it's going to be a penalty or free kick. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to be a free kick. Well, look at the wall. Is this the wall of Jericho? Gone in, gone in. Charlestown Primary has scored. It was the wall of Jericho. No, he shouldn't go off the field. He shouldn't go off the field. I don't know what the referee ruled, but he shouldn't be going. Well, apparently it has not been given. Well, that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.